Welcome back to another video, soldiers. When it comes to the Sigma male personality, there's a lot more beneath the surface than meets the eye. Far from being a one-size-fits-all label, Sigma males are as diverse as they are enigmatic. They're known for their independence, introspection, and refusal to fit into the typical social hierarchies that drive most people. But not all Sigma males walk the same path or embrace the same strengths and quirks. Each type of Sigma male brings a unique approach to life that's worth exploring. Some are deeply analytical and strategic. Others prefer a creative solitude that lets them lose themselves in art or ideas. Some pursue personal freedom with laser focus, while others find meaning in quietly guiding those around them. However, many Sigmas possess two or more of these traits at once. They are men who define success on their own terms, refusing to compromise on what they stand for, yet they express this in distinct ways. These different types of Sigma males reveal how complex and multi-layered this personality really is. This isn't about stereotypes or trendy personality types. It's about understanding the varied ways these rare individuals live with integrity, purpose, and a quiet confidence that defies convention. Let's dive into the world of Sigma males, not just to label them, but to appreciate the unique journeys they each pursue. So, gentlemen, stick around with me until the very end, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. We are starting with number 10, the Stoic Sigma. The Stoic Sigma is a study in quiet resilience. When others flinch, react, or scramble for control, the Stoic Sigma stands apart, centered and unshaken. They aren't numb to emotions, nor are they detached from the world around them. They simply refuse to be ruled by passing impulses or the chaos others might stir. Their calm isn't an act, it's a decision, a practice of internal discipline. In a heated conversation or under pressure, they don't waste energy trying to shout over others or scramble to win arguments. Instead, they listen, assess, and often say less than expected. This restraint unnerves those around them, especially those who rely on drama or dominance to feel validated. The Stoic Sigma knows that silence often has more power than any argument. They let their stillness and presence do the talking. They don't feel the need to perform or to constantly affirm their identity, which makes them a puzzle to most people, especially those who crave attention or need to prove themselves. Others may misinterpret this calm as aloofness or indifference, but the Stoic Sigma is simply unmoved by the chaos, focused on a broader, more meaningful perspective. In a world full of noise and ego, the Stoic Sigma's quiet confidence stands out, a steady force that can't be easily disrupted or swayed. Their presence is subtle but strong, challenging the idea that louder is better and proving that true power often lies in stillness. Number 9. The Self-Taught Maverick. The self-taught Maverick is a rare breed in a world obsessed with credentials and formal qualifications. They're not anti-education. In fact, they're incredibly driven, but they refuse to follow the prescribed routes most people take. These Mavericks find excitement in exploring subjects independently, unbound by traditional rules or structured paths. They're the ones who dive into complex subjects, mastering them on their own terms, whether through relentless research, hands-on experience, or sheer trial and error. Where others see a need for guidance, they see an opportunity to carve their own path. What truly sets the self-taught Maverick apart is their confidence in their abilities regardless of external validation. They don't need a certificate or a degree to prove their skills. They know what they're capable of because they've earned it through self-discipline and relentless curiosity. Institutions and formalities don't hold much weight for them. Their worth isn't tied to approval from established systems. They are innovators, bringing fresh, unexpected perspectives that others often miss. When faced with a challenge, they're likely to approach it from a unique angle, finding solutions that more traditionally trained individuals might overlook. The self-taught Maverick doesn't need the backing of academia or the applause of society. They are fueled by a deep internal drive. In a sense, they redefine what it means to be skilled and intelligent, proving that true mastery comes from within, not from the outside world's validation. Number 8. The Unapologetic Survivor. The Unapologetic Survivor is a force of resilience. Someone who has weathered the toughest storms and emerged stronger, even if a bit bruised. Life has thrown its worst at him, and he's taken every hit without losing his core. His scars, emotional, physical, or both, aren't hidden away. They're there for everyone to see, not as badges of weakness, but as proof of battles fought and survived. He doesn't flinch from his past or try to rewrite it. Instead, he lets it speak for itself, embracing every chapter no matter how painful or ugly it might look to others. What makes him truly captivating is his rawness. There's no polish, no pretense, no trying to fit into anyone else's version of strength. He isn't concerned with looking good or following rules about what resilience should look like. He knows what it's like to be at rock bottom and to claw his way back, and that grit can't be faked or taught. People are drawn to him because he embodies survival in its purest form, without apologies, without asking for sympathy, without needing validation. They respect him not because he's reached some pinnacle of success, but because he's still here, still standing, despite every reason not to be. His strength isn't flashy or loud. It's in his steady presence, in the way he stands tall, refusing to let the past define or limit him. He's a testament to the power of enduring exactly as he is. Number 7, the paradoxical thinker. The paradoxical thinker is a fascinating blend of logic and contradiction. He thrives in complexity, comfortably navigating ideas that others might consider mutually exclusive. This Sigma male challenges conventional wisdom, questioning the very frameworks people often take for granted. He can hold opposing ideas in his mind without rushing to resolve them, understanding that truth is rarely black and white. To others, his way of thinking might seem inconsistent or even confusing, but it's not. He simply understands that life is layered and that simplistic answers often miss the deeper picture. This type of Sigma male often excels in problem-solving, innovation, or philosophical thought, as his ability to embrace contradictions leads to insights others can't see. However, this trait also sets him apart socially. He's not afraid to challenge the status quo or to voice perspectives that might seem controversial. He doesn't do this for attention or rebellion, but because he's committed to exploring what others are too rigid to confront. The paradoxical thinker might be misunderstood, even criticized, for his unconventional approach, but he doesn't seek approval. His confidence lies in his ability to see beyond the obvious, to uncover deeper truths, and to find meaning in the gray areas of life. Number 6, the lone wolf visionary. The lone wolf visionary is a master of independence and foresight. Unlike others who feel the need to rally teams or seek approval for their ideas, this Sigma male operates in solitude, quietly crafting a vision that others often can't grasp until it's fully realized. He doesn't shy away from collaboration out of arrogance, but because he values focus and autonomy. For him, solitude isn't loneliness. It's a necessity for the clarity and creativity that drive his vision. While others are caught up in groupthink or chasing fleeting trends, the lone wolf visionary is already 2 steps ahead, seeing the big picture and working steadily toward it. His ideas might seem radical or even impossible at first, but history often proves him right. What sets this Sigma apart isn't just his foresight, but his determination to stick to his path even when the world doubts him. He's not swayed by criticism or skepticism because he trusts his own process. The lone wolf visionary isn't looking for validation or support. His focus is on the future he's building, and he's content to walk alone if that's what it takes to get there. Number 5, the quiet leader. Leadership often conjures images of bold, charismatic individuals commanding attention, but the quiet leader rewrites this narrative. This Sigma male leads not through loud declarations or grand gestures, but through quiet influence and example. He doesn't demand respect. He earns it through his actions, his integrity, and his ability to inspire trust. People are drawn to him not because he seeks the spotlight, but because he radiates a calm authority that's hard to ignore. The quiet leader excels in understanding others, often listening more than speaking, and making decisions based on a deep sense of empathy and insight. He's not interested in power for its own sake. Instead, he sees leadership as a responsibility, a way to guide others toward a shared goal without imposing his will. This makes him especially effective in environments where collaboration and trust are crucial. While he may not seek recognition, those who work with him often find themselves deeply impacted by his presence. The quiet leader is a reminder that leadership isn't about dominance or control. It's about bringing out the best in others, often without making it about himself. Number 4, the Maverick Innovator. The Maverick Innovator is the trailblazer of the Sigma males. He thrives on breaking boundaries and challenging established norms, often venturing into uncharted territories with his ideas and projects. This type of Sigma male is fueled by curiosity and a relentless drive to create something new, something better. He's not bound by tradition or limited by the fear of failure. Instead, he sees failure as a stepping stone to discovery. What sets the Maverick Innovator apart is his ability to think outside the box, to approach problems from angles others would never consider. He's often seen as unconventional or eccentric, but this is precisely what makes him a pioneer. His creativity knows no bounds, and he's unafraid to take risks that others would shy away from. While his independent streak might make him seem aloof, it's his way of ensuring his ideas remain authentic and uninfluenced by external pressures. The Maverick Innovator doesn't just dream of a better future, he actively works to create it, leaving a lasting impact wherever his mind leads him. Number 3, the Stealth Strategist. The Stealth Strategist is a master of subtlety and precision. He operates quietly, often behind the scenes, analyzing situations and devising plans with meticulous care. This Sigma male doesn't seek attention or accolades. His focus is solely on achieving his objectives efficiently and effectively. While others are busy making noise or rushing into action, the Stealth Strategist is observing, gathering information, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He excels in turning challenges into opportunities and has a knack for anticipating outcomes that others overlook. His ability to remain calm under pressure and adapt to changing circumstances makes him a formidable force, whether in business, relationships, or life in general. The Stealth Strategist's power lies in his subtlety. His moves are often so well calculated that they seem effortless. To those around him, he might appear reserved or detached, but beneath the surface lies a mind that's always thinking several steps ahead. Number 2, the Rebel Philosopher. The Rebel Philosopher combines a deep, introspective nature with an unyielding drive to challenge the status quo. This Sigma male isn't content with accepting life as it is. He constantly questions societal norms, beliefs, and systems. He's drawn to existential questions about meaning, purpose, and the human condition, often diving into philosophy, psychology, or spirituality in his quest for understanding. What sets the Rebel Philosopher apart is his defiance of convention, not out of rebellion for its own sake, but because he believes in the pursuit of truth and authenticity. He's unafraid to voice unpopular opinions or to walk a path that others might deem unconventional. To him, conformity is the enemy of progress, and he's willing to stand alone if it means staying true to his values. While some might view him as intense or overly critical, those who take the time to understand him often find his insights profound and transformative. The Rebel Philosopher is a thinker, a seeker, and a challenger, unafraid to question everything in his pursuit of wisdom. Number 1, the Shadowed Altruist. At first glance, the Shadowed Altruist might seem like a contradiction. This Sigma male is deeply compassionate and driven by a desire to help others, but he does so in a way that avoids the spotlight. He doesn't seek recognition or gratitude for his actions. Instead, his altruism is rooted in a genuine concern for the well-being of others. Unlike more traditional altruists, who might engage in visible acts of charity or leadership, the Shadowed Altruist operates quietly, often anonymously. He prefers to support others behind the scenes, using his resources, skills, or influence to create positive change without drawing attention to himself. His humility is one of his greatest strengths, as it allows him to focus entirely on the impact of his actions rather than their perception. The Shadowed Altruist often feels a deep connection to humanity, and while he might struggle with the darker aspects of the world, this only fuels his resolve to make a difference. His strength lies in his ability to act selflessly, even when no one is watching, proving that true altruism comes from the heart, not the ego. That's all in this video, soldiers. If you like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Now go out, conquer the world, because you are the chosen one.